Sean lived for the ocean. Every day he surfed the California waves. He felt free, riding the curl of a wave, the sun on his face, the salt in his hair. It was his life. California was his home. He never wanted to leave. Sean's dad, a rugged outdoorsman, had other plans. He longed for the mountains. He missed the crisp air and the challenge of the slopes. One day he announced they were moving to Montana. Sean was devastated. Montana? No ocean? No waves? His dad tried to reassure him. "Montana is beautiful, son," he said. "Think of the adventures we'll have." But Sean couldn't imagine trading his surfboard for hiking boots. He couldn't imagine a life without the ocean. Montana was a shock. Gone were the beaches, replaced by towering pines and snow-capped peaks. The air was crisp, almost biting. Sean felt lost. This was not his home. He missed the feel of the sand beneath his feet and the roar of the ocean in his ears. His dad, however, was in his element. He taught Sean how to ski. He tried to share his love for the mountains, but Sean couldn't shake the feeling of being out of place. He missed the ocean. He missed surfing. One afternoon, Sean wandered into town. He felt lonely and out of sorts. He passed a group of kids laughing, their snowboards strapped to their backs. They seemed so at ease, so happy. He sighed. He wished he could find his place here. As he walked, he noticed a flyer for a local snowboarding championship. He stopped and stared at it, a flicker of interest igniting within him. Could this be his chance? Could he find a new passion in this snowy paradise? Wandering deeper into town, Sean stumbled upon a sight that made him stop in his tracks. A dog, a large husky with piercing blue eyes, was snowboarding. The dog effortlessly carved down a small slope, its tail wagging furiously. Sean had never seen anything like it. He followed the dog, his curiosity piqued. The dog led him to a small park where a group of people were gathered. In the center, a woman was watching the dog with a proud smile. She saw Sean and approached him. "That's my dog Mako," she said, her voice friendly. "He loves to snowboard." Sean was speechless, his eyes glued to the remarkable dog. "He's incredible," he finally managed to say. Sean learned that Mako was a local legend. He had been snowboarding since he was a puppy. The woman, Sarah, explained that Mako had an uncanny sense of balance and a natural talent for the sport. Sean was mesmerized. Sarah, sensing Sean's interest, offered to let him try snowboarding with Mako. Sean hesitated. He had never been on a snowboard before, but the look in Mako's eyes, that spark of excitement, was contagious. He agreed. The first few attempts were wobbly. Sean struggled to find his balance. He fell, tumbled, and got back up, each time with Mako patiently waiting by his side. But slowly, with Sarah's guidance and Mako's unwavering encouragement, Sean began to get the hang of it. Section 5, Pause for the course. As days turned into weeks, Sean found himself looking forward to his time with Mako. They would spend hours on the slopes, Sean practicing his snowboarding skills with Mako as his constant companion. He learned to trust the board, to shift his weight, to feel the rhythm of the slope. Mako, with his natural ability, became Sean's teacher. He would demonstrate turns, jumps, and even the occasional trick, his tail wagging excitedly as if to say, "You can do it too." Sean, inspired by his furry friend, pushed himself harder, his confidence growing with each passing day. Their bond deepened. They were more than just a boy and his dog. They were partners, teammates, friends. Sean found himself confiding in Mako, sharing his frustrations and triumphs, and Mako, with his unwavering loyalty and infectious enthusiasm, was always there to listen. The championship drew closer. Sean knew he had his work cut out for him. He was still a novice compared to the other competitors. He faced setbacks, wipeouts, and moments of self-doubt. There were times when he felt like giving up. One particularly challenging day, Sean took a nasty spill, injuring his wrist. He lay on the snow, pain shooting up his arm, his confidence shattered. Mako, sensing his distress, rushed to his side, whining softly and licking Sean's face as if to comfort him. Sarah insisted on taking Sean to the hospital. The doctor confirmed a sprain, advising rest and rehabilitation. Sean was devastated. His dream of competing seemed to slip away. He felt like he had let Mako down. Confined to his room, Sean felt defeated. Mako, however, refused to let him wallow in self-pity. He would curl up by Sean's side, nudging his hand with his wet nose as if to say, "Don't give up." Sarah brought Sean videos of past championships, inspiring him with stories of athletes overcoming injuries. She reminded him that his journey was not over, just taking a detour. Sean, fueled by Mako's unwavering support and Sarah's encouragement, began his rehabilitation with renewed determination. He followed the doctor's instructions diligently, performing his exercises, strengthening his wrist. He visualized himself back on the slopes, feeling the wind in his hair, Mako by his side. He wouldn't let this setback defeat him. He would be ready for the championship. The day of the championship arrived. Sean, his wrist healed, stood at the top of the slope, his heart pounding in his chest. He looked at Mako, his loyal friend and teammate, and felt a surge of gratitude and determination wash over him. The whistle blew and they were off. Sean, remembering all he had learned, navigated the course with a newfound confidence. He carved through the snow, his movements fluid and controlled. Mako, his tail wagging furiously, kept pace, his presence a source of strength and encouragement. They faced jumps, turns, and obstacles, conquering each challenge as a team. The crowd roared, their cheers echoing through the mountains. Sean, lost in the moment, felt a sense of exhilaration he had never experienced before. He was no longer the surfer boy lost in the mountains. He was a snowboarder, testing his limits, embracing the thrill of the ride. The championship results were almost secondary to the incredible journey Sean and Mako had shared. They had faced challenges, overcome obstacles, and formed a bond that transcended words. They had discovered that friendship could blossom in the most unexpected of places. As Sean stood on the podium, a medal around his neck, he knew that this was just the beginning. He had found his place in the mountains, not as a replacement for surfing, but as a new passion, a new challenge to embrace. And he had Mako, his extraordinary snowboarding dog, by his side, ready to face whatever adventures lay ahead.
Thank you all for watching this here video.